Good morning, welcome to yoga session. Let's start. Lie on your back in a way that's comfortable for you. Arms slightly out, palms up, but if it's not comfortable, palms down. Legs slightly apart, if it's not comfortable for your back here. Bend your knees. Could even have a pillow under your knees. Also for your head, neck should be relaxed. Eyes, if you have your eyes open, looking straight up towards the ceiling. So if you feel that you're tipping your head back, have a folded towel, a pillow, small pillow under your head. Focus on your breath. Breathe in as deep and as slow as you can, expanding your abdominals and expand your rib cage as you inhale. And lower your rib cage and gently pull your abdominals in as you exhale. Bringing your legs together. And as you inhale, bring both arms up above your head, doing a big full body stretch. As you breathe out, bring your right knee towards your chest, hold it in front of your leg, pulling your thigh towards your rib cage, and move your foot. Flex and extend your foot. In terms of breath, do what feels comfortable, do what feels natural. If I say breathe in, do this, breathe out, do that. If it doesn't feel natural, just breathe. Lower your right leg as you breathe in. Do a big full body stretch. And bring your left knee towards your chest as you breathe out. Flex and extend your foot. Lower your left as you breathe in. Do a big full body stretch. Lift your right as you breathe out. Hold it at the back of your thigh or the back of your leg. And rotate your foot here. Gently stretch at the back of your legs, the back of your thighs, the back of your hips and your lower back. 3 or 4 circles on each direction. Mobilizing your ankle. Lower your right as you breathe in. Do a big full body stretch. And lift your left as you breathe out. Rotate your foot there. Try to keep the back of your hips on the mat. Few circles on each direction. And lower your left as you breathe in. Big full body stretch. Bring both knees towards your chest as you breathe out. Hold it in front of your legs, pulling both thighs towards your rib cage. And gently rock your body side to side if it's comfortable. Ready? Either roll on your side or roll forward and sit up. If it's comfortable, cross your legs, but you can have your legs forward and you have the option to sit a little bit higher in a cushion, a towel, a block. Lengthen your spine and go into your right first, lateral flexion of your spine. Opening the side of your rib cage, back in the center, lengthen your spine, taking big, deep breaths as you move. We're going to do 2 repetitions on each side. Back in the center, and again. Back in the center, and to your left. You have the option to keep your arms by the side of your body. Back in the center. Lengthen your spine, you're going to rotate your spine. So including your neck and your head, you can turn your head towards the back if it's comfortable for your neck. Back in the center, to your left. Gentle rotation of your spine. Your sitting bones stay on the floor, your hips stay in the same position. And back in the center. Again, to your right. and in the center, and to your left. And back in the center. Flexion and extension of your spine. I'm turning so you can see. So keeping your sitting bones on the floor, you're going to try to bring your hips forward, the bottom of your rib cage forward, your chest forward, neck and head. Then you lift, vertebra by vertebra, and extend your spine. You're trying to lift your rib cage away from your hips, chest back, chin up, head is slightly back. If it's comfortable for your knees, for your hips, for your ankles, you can extend your hips as well. Then bring it back, down, sit down, flex, going forward, hips, lower back, upper back, neck and head. Lift and extend. Lift your hips, if it's comfortable. Lift your rib cage, and back in position. So if you have your legs crossed, you switch legs. If not, if you have your legs forward, just keep them in the same position. And you're going to repeat again. You could even do this sequence seated on a chair. So from here, lateral flexion of your spine again. Try to go slightly deeper. Back in the center. And to your left. Lift and go. Back in the center. To your right. So your spine designed to do lateral flexion. Back in the center. Rotation to your left. Flexion and extension. Back in the center. Rotation here, side to side to your right. You can also turn your head. Gently help there with your arms. Back in the center. And to your left. The arm at the back there is helping you to lift your chest. And back in the center. Again, one more on your right. And in the center. And on your left. Back in the center. Flexion and extension. Going forward into flexion. Stretching upper back, lower back, back of your hips. Lift and extend. Open your chest. And back in the center. Going forward again. Flexing. Lift and extend. Back in the center. Move in a way that's comfortable for you. If you're using the yoga mat, you can also fold your mat. Place your knees. So, all fours, hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Cat, cow, dog combination. So as you breathe out, cat pose, you're going to take your tailbone under. You're going to lift the middle of your back towards the ceiling, chin down. Breathe out, belly button in. As you breathe in, expand your abdominals, expand your rib cage, tailbone up, chest up, chin up, head slightly back. Cow pose. As you breathe out, cat pose. As you inhale, cow pose. And again. Now from cow pose, you're going to take your toes under and do a small downward dog. Quarter here. Just hips back. Bring your knees down on the floor. And cow pose again. Back into downward dog. Can do half of it. So you can extend your legs a little bit more. Heels down towards the floor. Rib cage towards your thighs. Back down. And extend. One more and you can go further. So pushing it all the way back. Going as far as comfortable. Again, you couldn't stay with a quarter down dog. Stretching the back of your legs, back of your thighs, back of your hips, your lower back. Strengthen your arms, your shoulders. Then from here, walking your feet towards your hands, or your hands towards your feet, or a little bit of both. Bend your knees if you need. Get to do the forward bend. You don't need to have your hands on the floor. You could have your hands there on your thighs, on your knees, on your hips, your arms. And from here, rolling your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Lifting vertebra by vertebra. As if you're working with building blocks. Help there with your arms if you need. Lengthen your spine, doing a full body stretch, mountain pose. And lower your hands. Arms there, hands in front of your chest, into your heart center. Sun salutation from here, moving your whole body. So as you inhale, you're going to lift into mountain pose. Extend your spine, lift your chest as much as it's comfortable. Try to breathe. As you exhale, you're going to hinge from your hips, going forward. Lengthen your spine. You can have your hands on your thighs, knees, into forward bend. Stretching upper back, lower back, back of your hips, back of your thighs and legs. You're going to move your right leg back from here. So right leg back, kneeling, low lunge. You'll try to have your front heel under your knee, or knee over your heel, never too far forward. Your left hand can be there on the outside, but if it's not comfortable, you could have your hand there in front of your thigh, front of your leg. From the position, moving always in a way that's comfortable for you. You can bring your left leg back. You can hold on a plank or just lie on your front. You could be here on your knees as well. You can lower yourself from here, knees, chest and chin down towards the floor, or place your knees on the floor first, then you're trying to bring your chin and chest down towards the floor. Work with those curves on your back. Cover the back of your neck, cover your lower back. If it's not comfortable, just lie on your front. Then from here, we're going to go forward. Place your forearms on the floor. Extend your feet, your legs, your thighs, hips down towards the floor. And lift your chest into Sphinx. From here, you're going to lower yourself. I'm going to give a modified version here in the first round. You're going to push yourself back into child's pose. Next time, instead of child's pose, you can choose to do the downward dog. So when I say downward dog, could be a child's pose instead. From here, going forward, and you're going to bring your right foot forward. Again, you can help there with your hand, move in a way that's comfortable, or you can just move your leg there, knee over your ankle, over your heel, never forward. Arm, right arm can be on the outside, but if it's not comfortable, have your hand there, have your arm there. A kneeling low lunge. So you open your hips here, stretching the back of your hips on your right side. Stretch open the front of your hips on your left. Bring your left foot forward into forward bend. Again, moving in a way that's comfortable for you. From here, hinging from hips. Inhale, you're going to lift that from the top of your head. Again, you can have your hands on your knees, on your thighs, on your legs, and do a big full body stretch into mountain pose. Hands in front of your heart center, and we go again. So the first round was the modified version. I'm going to turn around so you can see the other leg now. So inhale, big full body stretch, mountain pose. Exhale, forward bend, going all the way forward. Bring your left leg back now to a low lunge. Inhale, So you're opening your hips there, stretching the back on the other side. Bring your right leg back, knees, chest and chin towards the floor. Or moving in a way that's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable for your wrist, skip the pose as well. From here, you can either go on the Sphinx again, placing your forearms on the floor and lift your chest. Or you're going to maintain your hands in the same position and extend your feet, your legs, and push there a little bit with your arms. You're not pushing everything with your arms, with your hands. Part of the work is done by the muscles on your back to lift your chest as if you're trying to stay light on your hands. From here, push yourself back. You can lower yourself and go there, or you can try to push from the pose, taking your toes under and pushing yourself back into downward dog. Again, option to do the child's pose instead. From the position, bring your left foot forward, moving in a way that's comfortable for you. You can place your knees on the floor and go there, or you can try to bring your left foot forward. So kneeling low lunge. Hips forward and down. Bring your right foot forward into a forward bend. And from there, hinging from hips, lift from the top, from the crown of your head, all the way up into a mountain pose. Bring your hands in front of your heart center. Let the sequence flow a little bit more. So inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, right leg back into a low lunge. Plank position, and as you exhale, knees, chest and chin towards the floor. Inhale, Sphinx or Cobra. You have the option even to progress here in the upward facing dog. You have your legs straight, extending your legs, engage the muscles on your thighs, hips, and lift everything. Extend your arms a little bit more. Push yourself back as you exhale into downward dog or child's pose. Bring your right foot forward into a low lunge. Bring your left foot forward into a forward bend. Hinge from hips, lift from the top of your head, going all the way up into a mountain pose. Hands in front of your heart center as you breathe out. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward bend, hinging from hips. Left leg back as you inhale into a low lunge. Plank position, and knees, chest and chin towards the floor as you exhale. Lift your chest on the Sphinx, Cobra or upward facing dog as you inhale. Push yourself back, downward dog or child's pose as you exhale. Bring your left foot forward into a low lunge as you inhale. Right foot forward into a forward bend as you exhale. Hinging from hips, going all the way up into a mountain pose as you inhale. Hands in front of your chest as you exhale. We're doing one more round on each side. We're doing 3. Inhale, mountain pose. Forward bend. Right leg back into a low lunge. Left leg back, plank, knees, chest and chin towards the floor. Lift your chest, Sphinx, Cobra, upward facing dog. Push it back into downward dog or child's pose. Bring your right foot forward into a low lunge. Left foot forward into a forward bend. Hinge from hips, going all the way up into a mountain pose. Hands down, your heart seat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hinge from hips, going all the way forward. Left leg back as you inhale, forward, low lunge. Right leg back, plank. Knees, chest and chin towards the floor. Lift your chest. Inhale. Downward dog or child's pose. Exhale. Left foot forward, low lunge. Inhale. Right foot forward. Exhale. And from hips, going all the way up into mountain pose. Hands down. Blood is flowing through your whole body. Heart rate a little bit higher. From here, we're going to do the same pose from the sun salutation. As if you're doing the sun salutation one more time. But you're going to stay on the pose now. So inhale into mountain pose. So lift your arms if it's comfortable for your arms. You could have your hands there in front of your chest as well as an option. You're lifting the front of your rib cage away from your hips. Chest is slightly back. Chin is slightly up. Head is slightly back without folding the back of your neck. Shoulders away from your neck, away from your ears. Option to have your arms up there. Hands together, arms slightly apart. Few breaths and feel free to come out of the pose at any time if you need. From here, hinging from hips. We're going to go halfway. We're going to stop here. Try to bring your whole spine parallel to the floor. Have your hands on your knees, on your thighs, in front of your chest. Or for more intensity, you can extend your arms going forward. Try to keep your whole back parallel to the floor. Strengthening, stretching muscles at the back of the thighs, back of the hips. Strengthen muscles along your spine. As you breathe out, you can relax and go all the way down into the forward bend. And again, you can have your hands down towards the floor, feet, legs, knees, thighs, arms, or hold at the back, and gently pull a little bit more and hold. Breathe into that position. It's an inversion, increase blood flow towards your head. Stretching your whole back. From here, hands down towards the floor, and you're going to bring your right leg back into a low lunge. You can maintain the position here. Again, hand can be on the outside of your leg, can be top of your knee or your thigh. Stretch and open in front of your hips. Option to lift your chest from here. So keeping your hips in position. Hands can be on your thighs, on your knee, and lifting your chest. Or you can bring your arm by the side of your body. Or you can lift your arm and lift your chest, extending your spine. A few breaths here. And you can bring your hands down towards the floor again. And you bring your left foot back into a plank position. From that plank, when you're ready, knees, chest, chin down towards the floor. 8 limb pose, 8 points here. Feet, hands, chest, knees, chin. Then you can lie on your front. Lengthen your spine. Bringing your arms there at the side of the body. Bringing your elbows in under your shoulders. Lifting your chest, keeping your shoulders back and down. Chin up, head is slightly back. You can stay here. You can rest a little bit, so you can repeat the same pose. If you can go down, lower yourself, bringing your hands a little lower. And then you're going to lift again. Try to stay light on your hands, shoulders down, away from your neck, away from your ears, into the cobra. Few breaths. Option to do the Sphinx, forearms on the floor. Try to keep your elbows in here. Don't let them go out. And lower. Lower your chest. You can bring your hands a little bit lower, close under your chest there, close to your chest. And then from here, extending your feet, your legs, your thighs, engaging those muscles on your thighs. Shoulders back and down. You're lifting your chest, lifting your rib cage a little bit higher. Into the upward facing dog. From here, down, lower yourself. You're going to push yourself back into child's pose. Hips back, and all the way down. Child's pose, stretching your whole back, releasing your back. Stretching the back of the hips, gently stretching the back of the thighs. Bringing yourself forward. Taking your toes under. And pushing your hips back into the downward dog. Option to do the child's pose again. Strengthen your arms, your triceps, your shoulders. So you're trying to use your arms, your upper back to move the bottom of your rib cage as close as you can to your thighs. From here, bring your right foot forward. You can kneel and go place your foot there. Help with your arms. Or just try to move your right leg all the way forward, only if it's comfortable. From the position, again, you can stay here. If you can, you lift your chest. Option to have your hands on your knees, on your thighs, on the side of your body, in front of your chest, or you can lift your arms there. Open your chest, open the front of your body. From here, arms down. Bring your left foot forward again, into forward bend. As you've done before, option to have your hands in front, Option to help gravity and have your hands at the back. Pull in a little bit. From here, we're gonna go halfway up as you've done before. You can help there with your hands, so you're lifting from the top of your head, chest, lengthen your spine, shoulders away from ears and neck. Option to maintain your hands there or bring your hands in front of your chest, or for more intensity, arms forward, straight angle pose. Feel free to go down and stay on the forward bend. From here, you're going to hinge from hips, come all the way up into the mountain pose. Again, you can have your arms up there, you can have your hands in front of your chest. Open the front of your body. Lift your rib cage away from your hips. And hands in front of your chest. Bring your arms by the side of your body. Shake your arms, scan your body for tension. You can have your feet slightly apart. From the position, you can, if you're near a chair, a table, you can place your hands there. You can start with a small baby tree. So from here, you could start with your right foot on the side of your right ankle. So that's a way to start with the tree. Progression from here. So you try not to place your heel on your knee. So your heel could be on your calf muscle there, and rest. Or you can even help there with your hand. You place your heel, again, try to skip your knee, your heel against your thigh, your inner thigh. Hands can be by the side of your body. You can bring your hands there in front of your chest. Or you can bring your arms all the way up. Finding your balance. Grounding your left foot on the floor, spreading your foot on the floor. Stay there for as long as it's comfortable. Try to find a focus point on the floor, on the wall, on the window. And focus on your breath as well. Breathing deep and slowly. Working with your balance. Strengthen your foot, your leg, thighs. Your heel against your inner thigh, gently press a big artery there. It reduces a little bit blood flow towards your leg, which increases blood flow towards internal organs. One more deep breath. And then you can bring your arms, lower your arms if you had them up. You can help there if you need. You're going to lower your right leg. Move a little bit, shake if you need. Reset position, body tone. And now your left foot again, just above your ankle, calf, or your thigh. Lifting, or keep your arms by the side of your body. Or in front of your chest. Tree pose. Lengthen your spine. Shoulders back and down. Chin is slightly up, head back, eyes looking forward towards the horizon if you can. Pose also help to work with focus, concentration. As you work with your balance. One more big deep breath. Lower your arms and let go of your leg. Shake a little bit. From here, just raising your heart rate a little bit more. Engaging those legs. You're going as far as comfortable for your knees. So feet together if it's comfortable, if not, feet slightly apart, parallel to each other. Lengthen your spine, keeping that distance between your chin and chest, between rib cage and hips. You're going to bend your knees, gently tipping your hips back, as if you're sitting on a chair. You're trying to have your whole feet flat on the floor. And you're going to stop there. You can have your hands on your knees, on your thighs, the chair pose. You can bring your hands there in front of your chest and have maintain that gentle curve there at the back of your neck. For more intense, you can lift your arms, bring them up, hands together, or arms lightly apart, shoulders back and down. Strengthen your thighs, glutes, legs, muscles, all those muscles along your spine, on your back, lifting your chest, keeping your shoulders by the side of your body. Stay there for as long as it's comfortable. If it's comfortable. So you could start with a small movement, just a small chair. 1 or 2 more breaths. And then from here we're going to go down into forward bend. You can have your knees bent or extend your legs. And hands down towards the floor. And you're going to bring both legs back from here. Right, left, lower yourself. And you can choose between Sphinx, Cobra, or Upward Facing Dog. Or skip that. Push yourself back into Child's Pose or the Downward Dog. Breathe out. Stretching your whole back again. And then moving in a way that's comfortable for you. Bring your right knee forward into Pigeon Pose. Knee all the way forward. You're trying to keep both hips at same level. Leg on the inside. If it's not comfortable, you can have your leg here under. But if you can, you're trying to bring your leg there on the inside. Again, both hips at same level. If it's comfortable, you could even have your leg there in a straight line in front, only if it's comfortable for your knee. And then you're going to lean forward. So from the position there, leaning forward. Work with hips, front of your hips, back of your hips on the other side. Work with your back, stretching your lower back. Massaging and stimulating internal organs as you press your abdominals against your thighs. You can rest your head on the floor, on your fist, on your hand, on a pillow or on a block. You can also have a pillow or block under your hips there on your right side if you need a little bit of support. So if you feel that you're tipping yourself back here, have a little pillow so you can stay in line. From here, you can push yourself back, either in Child's Pose or in Downward Dog. And bring your left knee forward. Again, on this side or under. and in. Option to stay on child's pose for this one would be the alternative pose. From here, push yourself back into child's pose or the downward dog again. Now, for the next pose, you can stay here on child's pose and downward dog for a little bit longer. The alternative pose for the next, which is squat, so if it's not comfortable for your knees, you can sit down, which is going to be the following one, a seated pose. You can sit down and just bend your knees, try to round your back as much as you can. But if you can, either from the downward dog or from the child's pose, you're going to bring your feet slightly apart, and then you're going to move your hips back into a squat. So if you're from the downward dog, have a look there, just walking and going all the way down as much as is comfortable for your knees. If you're on child's pose, you can bring your feet slightly out, hands down the floor, and you push yourself back. You're trying to have your heels down on the floor. An option would be, if your heels don't touch the floor, you can have again a pillow, a folded towel, and have your knees or a rolled mat in a block or something a little bit higher, making it a little bit more comfortable there. You could also have blocks and sit on the blocks higher than that. So sit on the blocks to stay a little bit more comfortable. So from here, if you can, arms on the inside, hands together, and you lift your chest. Stretching the back of your legs, your calves, gently stretching the back of your thighs, the back of your hips, your lower back, opening your hips, stretching inner thighs, deep muscles there on your hips, massaging and stimulating internal organs, and working with circulation again. As you increase blood flow towards internal organs, as you restrict a little bit the blood flow towards your thighs, towards your legs, you have a little bit more blood running through your internal organs then, stimulating them. A few more breaths. And then from here, moving in a way that's comfortable for you, you can place your hands on the floor, kneel and sit down, or if it's comfortable from here, you can sit down. So if you're there sitting already, just carry on and then move, bring both legs forward, everybody, both legs forward, shake a little bit. Again, feel free to sit on a block. We're going to go all the way forward into a seated forward bend. Front position. Keep your arms on the side of your body if it's not comfortable to lift them. Inhale, you lift. And then you're going to start moving from your hips, bottom of your rib cage forward, chest forward, neck and head. You go as far as comfortable for you, as you can breathe, as you feel a gentle stretch. Stretching. Big chain of muscle there, the back of your legs, the back of the thighs, back of the hips, lower back and upper back. You might feel all of them, you might feel only one of them. Breathe in that position. Try to relax. From here, lift. Lift vertebra by vertebra. Lengthen your spine. You can have your hands at the back. Lift your chest. From here, keeping your right leg forward, you're going to bend your left knee. The pose is called head to knee pose. So You can have your hands on the side and help with your arms, or as you've done on the seated forward bend, lift your arms. If you have a band, a towel, a strap there to help, you can use as well a little rope, a skipping rope. So hips forward, rib cage forward. You're trying to move your head towards your knee. You don't need to get there. That takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of flexibility. You might stop there before. You can hold there your foot, leg, thigh, and breathe in position. Stretch in the back of the leg, thigh, hips, lower back. The foot there, similar to what you've done on the tree pose when you're standing. Then lift. Keep that right leg forward though. So you can lift, gently lengthen your spine again, open your chest. From here now, you're trying to bring your arm across as much as is comfortable. Might be a small movement for you, but go for the stretch, go for the feeling. From here, you're bringing your left arm up and over, as if you're trying to look from under your armpit as you do that. And try to bring that left hand towards your right foot. So revolved head to knee pose. If it's not comfortable to keep that arm here, you can bring it by the side of your body. But you're trying to keep your chest open. Again, you might be here. You're doing it right. You might be here. You're doing it right as well. Doesn't matter how far you go. Go at your own level. You should be able to breathe. Same way I'm able here to talk to you. You should be able to breathe. If you cannot breathe anymore, you went too far. In any pose. From here you're going to lift all the way up and back. And bring both legs forward, shake a little bit. You're going to work with your left. I'm going to turn here so you can see. So bringing your right foot on your inner thigh. And you're going to go forward. So head to knee pose first, going straight. If it's not comfortable here, you could even go there, midline in between both thighs, and go forward till you can go towards that knee. From here, you lift your spine. Turn again to the other side. You can either place your hand on your knee or bring your hand there on the side and reach towards your foot. Open your chest and going all the way forward. You might stop halfway. You're going at your maximum. Try to keep that shoulder, your right shoulder, back as much as you can. And maintain the position. Breathing deep. Stretching your back, stretching muscles around your rib cage, lower back, back of the legs, back of the thighs. Breathe and relax. Going deeper as you feel your body, your back, relax into that position. You can have your arm here. You can also have your arm by the side. A few more breaths. And lift. Bringing both legs forward. Shake a little bit. and lie on your back. Either roll on your side or lie on your back. From there, do a big full body stretch. From that full body stretch, you're bringing both arms by the side of your body and bend your knees. So heels hip width apart, heels under your knees, arms by the side of your body. And you're gonna lift your hips, lift your rib cage. If it's comfortable, you can interlock your fingers, bring your hands together, extending your arms, pushing your arms against the mat. It will help you to lift your rib cage a little bit more, chest bone towards your chin. It's an inversion here as well. Internal organs upside down, above your head. Breathing deep. So your diaphragm is going to push against those internal organs. Engage the muscles at the back of your arms, back of your shoulders, between your shoulder blades, back of your rib cage, lower back, back of your hips, back of your thighs, even back of your legs. A few more breaths here. Then you can roll your spine, vertebra by vertebra, on the mat. Bring both knees towards your chest. A few breaths here. Bringing your feet on the floor, legs straight. A big full body stretch. Bring your arms by the side of your body. Arms slightly out. You can close your eyes. Palms up, legs slightly apart. Focus on your breath. Scan your body for tension and release as you breathe out. Relaxing your toes, relaxing your feet, relaxing your legs. Relaxing your thighs, your hips. Relaxing your lower back and your abdominals. Relaxing your upper back and your chest. Relaxing your shoulders, your neck. Relaxing your arms and your hands. Relaxing muscles around your face. Breathe deep. Gently move your toes, your hands. Bend your knees. And when you're ready, you can roll on your side and sit up or move forward and sit. Well done. Thank you very much. Namaste.